I actually almost cried. I was very upset. I'm still upset. I took down all the information. Over the years, it seems like stuff has just accumulated, it's piled up, and now I am currently in a condo in Puerto Rico that I am renting over the last many years. So much stuff, from furniture to random crap, cars, properties, all this stuff has stacked up, and now I am selling pretty much everything I own. I rent this place. Just about everything in here is a rental. I don't even own this plate. I don't own the fork. I do own the food for right now, but this is all a rental. So I'm gonna be taking you through something pretty crazy right now. We're gonna have to jump about 3,000 miles away for me to show you what I actually need to show in this video properly, but I'm not going crazy. I hope I'm not going broke, but I definitely wanna explain this because this is gonna be very interesting. So be sure to drop a like, and I'm about to share with you why I'm selling pretty much everything I own. So I lived in this house for the past 6 months. 45 days ago, I rented it to tenants who I thought were great. They ended up just getting kicked out of the property after not paying and completely trashing it. So we're coming after them for about $35,000, and I just spent a couple grand getting everything fixed and cleaned. However, living in a home that's 6,100 square feet, you're there with just one other person, and I'm not someone who likes to just buy a bunch of stuff. I don't go shopping for entertainment, but stuff starts to accumulate, whether it's pool stuff, yard furniture that I still have, all these bar stools, table back there, or just little trinkets, it just accumulates. So I'm done with it. It's stuff that, you ever heard the saying, the stuff that you own ends up owning you. And it just makes you less mobile, less flexible. And I got to the point where I don't like that. So right now I have a 22-foot storage unit that is full of all those things, all the little things. Now, I am getting a smaller home here in Arizona to have as a separate place, so I need some of those things, little couches, office setup and whatnot, but a lot of it I've already given away for free. Don't even want to sell it, just giving it away. And yeah, this home is awesome. It is about to be re-rented out, but let's jump over to the storage unit so I can show you a little bit more about this stuff, and then we can start to explain why I'm really selling everything and what that's gonna look like. So a quick pit stop at my storage unit, which is just filled with crap, from fireworks to... Is this a microwave? I genuinely don't know whose that is. Motorcycles, computers, whiteboards, whatever, just absurd. I honestly don't know what to do with all this stuff. All right, now that we found a random parking lot, after checking out all the random stuff in my storage unit, we have to answer a question. The car that I'm sitting in now, or any of the other vehicles I've had or currently do own, what's gonna happen with those, okay? Now, all the stuff in the storage unit, a lot of it I already gave away. A lot of that stuff that's sitting there is stuff that I'll put at my new home here shortly, but it's just, couches, beds, stuff like that. I don't like trinkets, a lot of like little stuff that doesn't serve a purpose. But the bigger ticket items, I don't want to focus on the small stuff. The stuff like the vehicles, and then we're going to talk about some other asset classes, stuff like the properties, stuff that is a lot of time consuming stuff, So owning the vehicles, and by the way, all the stuff we're talking about, selling the couches, all of this and that, it's not because of the financial thing. Like, the cars are not killing me financially. The stuff doesn't kill me financially. What it does kill is it kills a lot of focus, a lot of time, a lot of random stuff. And that is something, just like all that random beeping, that continues to happen. Now, especially with this vehicle, I am constantly talking to the tuner, talking to the shop that built it. We're putting it back in to fix stuff, and that's because we did the whole twin turbo build and whatnot. But with all of the vehicles, you times that by when I had 5 or 6 vehicles in the garage, dealing with this, that, okay, this one's registration is expired, okay, it's not gonna pass emissions, so now we gotta hit up my guy who can get it through emissions and like help with all this and that, and it's just like left and right and dealing with the insurance, and then, okay, this one needs tires, and juggling, the cars have got to go here, so I've got to drop this one off and Uber back. It becomes a lot of time and a lot of mental energy to deal with that stuff, and I'm totally fine with that. I love cars. Cars are a huge hobby and passion of mine, but when I lived with the cars and could drive them every single day, it made sense. Now that I'm only here in Arizona, maybe 3 months out of the year, it doesn't make as much sense. So, long story short, from a car perspective, that means the BMW M4, which is the first vehicle I ever purchased, that's my baby. That car actually just sold about 4 days ago as of when I'm filming this. I kid you not, I actually almost cried. I was very upset. I'm still upset. I took down all the information from the guy who bought it through the dealer that I had sell it, and I will track it down later in life and buy it again. That was the only one that was hard to let go. Both the GTRs, one was sold, one was stolen. I don't think I ever told that story, but both the GTRs are gone. The Audi R8 is gone. The Tesla's finally gone. The BMW is gone. Literally the only car I own is the Lamborghini. And in a few weeks, when I leave here, I'm going snowboarding up in the mountains for like a week or two, and then I'm coming back to Arizona for a little bit. When I leave Arizona the next time, in probably a month, this car is gonna go up for sale as well. At least that's the plan. I'm trying to drive it right now, get my use out of it, because we just finished the build and I dumped so much money into this car. I mean, I'm over $100,000 just in upgrades. And so I knew and I know that I'm not going to get 100% of that back when I sell it. The vehicle itself has been a great purchase. It's barely gone down in value. I bought it right 2 years ago. It was a great buy. But, you know, since I'm not going to be using it that much, it doesn't make sense, especially for a vehicle that, not to get into like the financials, but that I do own outright, doesn't make as much sense for something I'm not really using. Like I average about 4,000 miles a year on this car, and that's going to go way down if I'm not here. So, you know, it's just one of those things where it doesn't make sense to have that sitting when I can just put the money elsewhere. So, excuse the snowboard attire, but we have to talk about an important point, which is the asset class that I own the largest amount of. That is real estate. It's the most cumbersome, illiquid thing pretty much that you could buy. I mean, I don't know what would really top that, but I have no plans on selling it. In fact, it's the complete opposite from everything else I currently own. I'm not trying to sell it. I'm still trying to buy more of it. So here's the thing about the real estate. It is cumbersome. And like I mentioned, it's very illiquid. So if anything, that should be weighing me down more than anything else I have, right? You can't move it. You can't pick up a house, at least to my knowledge. Well, here's the thing. The real estate's a business. Now you could argue, oh my gosh, the cars, that's a business, right? Is it? Well, no, because I don't rent out the cars. The cars don't make me money. Now you have the argument of, oh, well, I made $7,000 on my GTR after screwing around with it for a year because I flipped it for a profit. Yeah, but that's not a business for me. The real estate is a separate company that has employees. There's a part-time bookkeeper there. There's property management. And the cool thing about the real estate, it's actually the thing that takes me the single least amount of time out of anything else that I do, literally out of anything, and that's crazy. And just to talk about the time, it takes me less than an hour every single month to manage the real estate. And the reason for that is because I have amazing property management in place. If I was running around fielding tenant phone calls and drain clog issues and little repairs and stuff like that, it would obviously be a lot more stressful. There would be a lot more time involved. And it's not like we're talking about one condo that's renting for $1,100. My real estate company grosses about $160,000 a year in gross income. Now, obviously, there's a ton of expenses on that, but it's a great learning experience. And for a business of, you know, decent size, I mean, it's like a $2.5 million real estate portfolio. That's amazing to me that it takes that little amount of time. Now, I choose to be more involved beyond that, and that's my own choice because I love to learn. I like to work closely with my property management. I like to see what's going on with any renovations. I like to work more closely in that, and every single day I'm studying more. I'm looking for more deals, and I absolutely intend to buy more real estate. Now, I'm going down this hill. I didn't bring boots. I'm trying not to bust my ass, but the real estate's been super fun. And it's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. It's something I've always wanted to do long term. So no doubtedly, it will continue to stack up. Now people are like, oh, well, the real estate, that should be the thing that is weighing you down more. Look, I'm not worried about something like weighing me down. It's just the other stuff is getting in the way and I don't need it. So it's not like, okay, buying this car was a bad decision particularly, or, you know, any of the little stuff like, oh, I spent $400 on this. That's so stupid. It's not going to kill me. It's just little stuff that I've accumulated along the way that I'm just giving away and getting rid of right now. So I do plan on getting rid of most of my stuff. I don't plan on like living in some crazy huge house that's just like annoying to maintain and manage. I don't care. I've done that stuff and I don't regret doing it because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to experience that. I wanted to see what life was like when you could, you know, walk into your 10-car garage that's overflowing and there's 14 cars at the house and you got to choose between this Lamborghini or this 1300 horsepower GTR or the SUV. Like, I wanted to do that because I never got to. So I don't regret it. And I think that personally I did it in a decently smart way where I bought the cars, private party, they barely depreciated. It didn't really cost me a ton of money out of pocket in the long run to do that. And now it's out of the system. I don't really care. So I'm just out having fun. I enjoy both the companies that I run as well as the real estate stuff too, which has absolutely been phenomenal. So I do plan on purchasing more properties. I'll get more into that in some future videos talking about what my plans are. I do plan on continuing to add, well, this year, hopefully another 8 units would be the goal. But we'll see. It really all depends upon the deals that are presented in front of me and what I can find. I'm absolutely not in a rush. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that quick breakdown. I'm not going psycho or crazy, at least I hope not, but I'm definitely just having fun, traveling a little bit more now after all the COVID stuff is starting to slowly calm down. but I've been having a lot of fun running the businesses over the last 4 years and continuing to do so. So we'll see what the future progression is from that, but you guys will definitely be seeing some more videos on a bunch of cool topics, and you can be certain that that will cover both e-commerce as well as real estate. All right, I got to get this old fella back home. He's getting nice and tired. I appreciate you sticking through this video if you watched all the way. If you did, if you enjoyed it at all, I'd appreciate it if you drop a quick like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Post a bunch of fun stuff here. I always try to be as open and transparent as possible. Most people wouldn't talk about, selling everything. There's people who have done it that I respect a lot for doing that. People who talk about how they don't really own anything, and like people who just like live the minimalist lifestyle. I know Alex Becker talking about like how he literally got rid of everything. I don't even think he owns a couch, but everybody has different things that just make sense for what they're trying to accomplish. So I love being able to see that, and as well as be able to share my own perspective. So I believe that's always important. So hope you are having a great day. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.